Hey guys, it's Harleywood. So every once in a while in my videos, you see me doing stuff on the tailgate, whether it's loading ammo or putting targets together or whatever. And this bag is in the background a lot. Quite a few people have asked in the comments for me to do a get home bag update, so that's what we're going to do. I'll post a link in the description below to some of my original videos for this. It has changed quite significantly from those, so when you go back and look at those, you'll see the differences. Those were quite long videos. I'm going to try to keep this 7-8 minutes, somewhere around there, so let's see how we do. Alright, this is the Direct Action Ghost, and this thing is a fantastic bag. I've had it for, I want to say 2 years now, and I have beat the snot out of this thing. I mean, it stays with me everywhere, and I throw stuff back here all the time, and stuff rolls around, and it's gotten rained on. I told a story about a year ago where I was at deer camp, and I actually left the tonneau cover open one night and didn't realize that it was going to rain, and boy did it rain for like 12 hours straight, and this thing took a beating. But relatively, most of the stuff inside stayed dry because of these little covers over the zippers. Everything pretty much just beaded off of it. So I did get some water in this little front pouch here, but it was nothing big. So let's go ahead and start going over it. In the front pouch here, I keep batteries for just about everything that I would occasionally have, or that I would usually have with me. I keep a headlamp. This is the Through Night TH20, I believe. Yeah, TH20. Here's CR123s, AAAs, AA's, and some water purification tablets. And then some extra pull ties in case I break one off of the bag. On the side of the bag, I just have attached some mechanics gloves, and I have a, I believe it's called Estwing, or an Estwing axe, just a little hatchet. Okay. And those are those water bottle pouches, but that axe fits really perfectly in there, and you can just collapse them with the Velcro closure there if you didn't want to use them at all. In the front here, I have absolutely nothing. When this other compartment's filled up, this one gets very, very tight. I mean, I can fit my hand in there, but unless you wanted to just stick some papers in there, it's almost useless. So if we get into this back section, it opens up very nicely. I have a multi-tool in here, and I don't even remember which one this is. The Leatherman OHT. Sounds familiar. I have a multi-spice thing, so you can see it's never been opened. I've never had to use it, thankfully. I keep a Bivy Sack, a Sole Bivy Sack. I keep some fuel tablets in case I need to start a little fire. Some wet wipes. Oh, and it's been in there open, so I'm sure they're all dried out now. Alright, good thing I'm into this. So I keep some sanitary napkins. Not those kind of sanitary napkins, wet wipes. In the front here, I keep some athletic tape and some ace bandage. And I have had to use that before. I actually sprained my ankle one day at deer camp when I was out working, and I had to wrap it up to get through the day. I keep a set of earplugs, and then I'm not going to pull all this out, but a bunch of paracord. And I've used this in one of my get home bag test videos. This is new. I've used pieces of it around the house, but never actually out in the wild. And an emergency blanket. Finishing up in the back here, I keep a box of 9mm. Fits perfect in there. One of these SAS survival guides, and man, this thing has gotten some use. A couple pens. In the back here, this is kind of cool actually. It's a pop-out lantern, and let's see if I can get it to pop out real quick. Basically, it's got where you blow in like a blow-up toy, and it blows up, but it's solar powered, and I don't know if you can see that. It's weird how it's doing on camera there. It's solar powered to recharge it, and it creates like this little pop-out lantern without blowing in it. It's all sucked up right now. I'm not going to be able to do it, but pretty cool. A life straw. If you saw my last get home bag test in the summer, this was a critical reason why I failed. I had set my camp up too far from a water source, and I had to keep boiling it in order to be able to drink, and it was just, I kept running out of water. It was a pain in the butt, but I lost this, and that was a big problem. So this was probably the first piece of survival gear that I ever bought. It's one of these Gerber Bear Grylls survival kits. I mean, it has a sewing kit, a little fishing kit, and I'm not going to go through it all that stuff in there. And that's it for back here. We get into the back compartment now. Keep my Bahco Laplander. This thing, I mean, I have done work with this puppy. Even during hunting season, I take it out of this bag and I put it in my hunting bag, because if I choose a new stand to put my climber in, a lot of times I'm having to trim little branches and stuff like that. So I've actually bent this, and I had to bend it back. You can still kind of see the tip there is bent. And in fact, this is what I cut my hand. Where's that at? This is what I cut my hand so badly with one time. I was clearing a bunch of brush out, and I had left it open, and I went to throw a branch and just raked it across my hand. So that was lovely. But luckily, I had my first aid kit with me, and so I used some bandages out of there. I'm not going to go through all this. It's not a blowout kit. You know, it's not like a get shot in the gut and have to repair yourself kit. It's pretty much a first aid plus kit. You know, I've got some hemostatic agent in here, you know, and stuff like that. All right, get down to the meat and potatoes. My SE6. Love this joker. I carried the SE5. Let me back up. I carried the SE4 at first, and then I went to the 5. And the 5 is a monster, man. It's really heavy. And then these sheaths came out for the SE6, so I got one of these, and I've never taken it out of this bag since. I've got a full review of that as well as the sheath if you want to see it. But that is my knife, my fixed blade in there. This is throwing me for a loop. What's in here? Oh, this is just a little toolkit. I forgot all about it. Some baby powder, some electrical tape, right in the rain pad, a little tiny crowbar, a spoon. I've got a pen with duct tape wrapped around it, some bug spray, which I used on that outdoor, that summer overnighter. The ticks were unreal. And then a ballpoint pen. And I think that's it for in there. Alright, I recently did a review of these. They are energy gels. So there's a watermelon one in here, and I think a blackberry. If I'm out and about and I'm having to hike and get back home, or whatever I'm having to do, and I need a little quick shot of energy, these are about the equivalent of 1 cup of coffee. In this front pouch, I have a little set of trauma shears with some scissors and a light. I have an emergency blanket, one of those Soul emergency blankets. I've got quite a few emergency blankets. Some hand soap, a compass, another right in the rain pad. That's probably redundant. Don't need that in there twice. Some little Velcro straps, and then some of these wire ties. They're like rubberized little wire ties. Alright, in the back, this is my fire kit. I have a video on this. It's one of my older videos. If you go to my videos page and go all the way to the bottom, you'll see that. If I remember, I'll post a link in the description below. I'm not going to go through it all. It's got the, you know, the Vaseline cotton balls and all that stuff in there. These are pretty cool. I found these on eBay, I believe, years ago. And it's little vials of magnesium shavings. So you can sprinkle some of this out, hit it with your ferro rod, and that joker goes up hot. And these are gear pods. If you haven't seen these, just look up gear pods. Again, if I remember, I'll post a link in the description below, but they're watertight, and they help kind of keep everything dry, especially for a fire kit. And then here, these, if I can get them out, are peanut butter pouches. So again, just some additional energy. Each one of these, I don't know how many calories it is, but good to have some energy with me. And I think we're down to the bottom here. I've got a tin cup, some wool gloves, and some 511 Striker Pro pants. Oh, and then a trash bag and a beanie cap. So that's it, guys. Now I get the fun of putting this all back together, but I guess it's actually good that I did this, because as I'm going through it, I see some things that are expired. I see, like that peanut butter. I think that's been in there probably a little too long, especially with the heat that it can get exposed to back here. And I think some of my bandages may have gotten some water damage to them. So a couple things I need to switch out. But that's it. I'm sure there's things that you have in yours that you know, maybe I could benefit from. Let me know in the comments below. Like I said, I'll post quite a few links, and you'll be able to see, you know, kind of the first iterations of this. And then as I remember, I'll go through and post links to a lot of the individual videos. Like if you want to see what's in this in its totality, I'll post a link to that and some of this other stuff. So thank you for watching, guys. If you like this video, please hit that subscribe button below. I never remember which side it's on as you're looking at the page on YouTube. I think it's right here. Hit that subscribe button below. A lot more videos to come, and we'll see you on the next one.